Hi, this is George Simmons talking about the effects of the healthcare reform on those with pre-existing conditions. So let's get started with this interview. What is your name?
Scott Johnson.
Okay, Scott. What is your pre-existing condition?
I live with type 1 diabetes.
Okay, how long have you been living with type 1 diabetes?
A little over 30 years.
Okay, and what would you say your pay has been for your healthcare, uh, let's say per month?
Sure. On average, and I have only got the figures for family coverage, which is what I usually uh, get through an employer, and that runs us about $400 a month.
Okay. And totals for a year, possibly?
Yep, we in addition to paying the premiums for the insurance, that's the approximate 400 a month.
Right.
There are a number of out-of-pocket costs involved, whether that's office or prescription drug copays, or paying for any equipment or supplies that I may have to pay a percentage of, and that
Right.
runs us about 2,000 a year.
Okay. And how do you think the healthcare reform will affect you as a whole, let's say on treatment, getting supplies that you need, or getting referrals? Pretty much no denial with the new healthcare reform. How do you think it will affect you?
Yeah, I want to preface my answer just by saying I don't consider myself an expert in all the ways that the reform is going to change things. I don't consider myself very knowledgeable about it all, but I do think that it is going to make things easier. Uh, you mentioned the pre-existing conditions, and I've always been fearful of going through any sort of lapse in coverage due to difficulties that I would anticipate for getting onto a new plan. So
Right.
I think that that's going to make things a lot better. I also think that access to supplies and as you mentioned, referrals, that type of thing,
Right.
is going to be easier.
Yeah. As a whole, helpful, which is great, and actually it will be uh, 12.6 million with those with pre-existing conditions will now get health care, and
Yeah.
it will make it for you that have already had health care even more affordable. Thank you for sharing your information, and
Sure.
I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thanks.